So Sandy, for years you've been telling me about the complexity of supply chains in the modern age. Layer onto that the current trade environment where we have tariffs hitting a multitude of products from various countries. What does that do to your supply chain?
Yeah, well, what's interesting, Maytee, is that we recently just did a poll on this, and the majority of respondents actually said that the trade landscape has not affected them enough to make changes in their supply chain. Yet, which is probably good because I think that it's maybe a little short-sighted if they haven't thought about it. Frankly, it should always be part of your cost equation, if you will, overall. But I think what's interesting now is because it's so frequent with changes, and there's so many countries affected, so many, we'll say, threats of potential changes, not just between U.S. and elsewhere, but really around the globe, that it's important to really consider it. I mean, there's some companies that if you wait too long, the leaders are moving on to countries and filling up capacity. And suddenly, if you've waited too long, you're behind the 8 ball, and you may be stuck in a much bigger situation where you really may have to pay a much higher price for not acting sooner. So I think, it really comes down to trade-offs. I mean, tariffs should always be part of your trade-off equation, along with transportation, along with manufacturing, along with labor, et cetera, et cetera. That's what it comes down to. And while right now tariffs may not be a tipping point for a lot of these companies, I think it showed in that poll, there's a point that there's going to be a tipping point where it does become a real issue. So it's important companies start to really think about that sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and certainly what we're seeing from the U.S. Trade environment, the uncertainty is likely to continue.
That's right.
So it really is a matter of when, not if.
Right. That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you.